It's the penultimate round of the European season before the whole MotoGP paddock heads off to the Far East for the flyaway races. But this week will also be the final round of the FIM Enel MotoE World Championship. I'm Neil Morrison and I'm joined today by my colleague David Emmett and as well by the two Crypto Data RNF MotoE team riders, Andrea Mantovani and Mika Perez. Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the RNF Unlocked podcast series. Now, first of all, welcome, gentlemen. How are you today, Mika?
Thank you. It's nice to be here at the last round in Misano. Today has been a bit more busy for us because we have 3 sessions of testing. But yeah, we are getting the confidence, so it's been a good day.
Absolutely. And hello, Andrea. Welcome to the RNF Unlocked podcast series. Great to have you on the show. How are things?
I'm very happy because this is my home. This is my home GP, and this circuit is fantastic for me. The people are fantastic, and tomorrow I'll try to to do the pole position. Okay, and today there is a test. I try a new tire, and the finish of the day speak me my opinion at Michelin for this tire.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, Michelin looking to test maybe some things for next year, I think, with the tyres today. Guys, this is obviously the last round of the 2023 MotoE World Championship. It's been a crazy year with a lot of drama. Very interesting, some great results from both of you guys as well. I would just like to ask you both how the season has been for you in generally. Mika, I mean, can you tell us a little about your first ever season in MotoE?
Yeah, it's been difficult. It's been tricky for me. I came from 1.5 years without riding, like competing in races. So it's been difficult to get the speed again, especially with this MotoE bike that is really difficult to ride compared to the small bikes I was used to ride before, like the 300. So I have a lot of things that I learned from 300 that here is just really bad to ride these bikes. So for me to change that, it's been really difficult because I have been just 6 years riding 300. So yeah, so we were making steps every time. I remember in Barcelona we were like a long way in the first test in dry. And we were closing the gap with the top guys. We started to be more in higher positions, especially in Austria. I think that was my best race in dry, recovering from 15 to 8. It was good. Also in wet conditions, we could be competitive. Also in Mugello and Silverstone, we could do 3 good races inside the top 10. But I'm not happy about the season because we struggled a lot. Also in qualifying, we were like too far. Also, in Saturday we always make a step because we don't have a lot of time to ride on Friday, But it's not enough to catch the top guys. I think I need to still to adjust some riding stuff. And yeah, it has been difficult, but we want here to finish the season in a good shape.
We're going to talk a little bit about the history of you guys' careers a little bit later. But Andrea, for you, your season so far has been an excellent one. You've won a race in Mugello, you won a race last weekend in Barcelona. Very exciting style as well. I mean, it's been pretty impressive, no?
Oh, for me, this year is fantastic season because I win many races. But this category is fantastic because in the start of the season, all riders start with the same motorbike, okay? And if you adapt at this bike, okay, you do better, you improve, okay? If you not adapt, it's a complicated, okay?
Yeah, really complicated. I can tell you.
but it's important to me this because my possibility is to see at all people my quality, okay? And in the normally championship with a normal bike, is not this because it's not possible this because there is a many company, okay, and if you have a best company, okay, it's possible to do a results. If you don't have a
So this is much more of a riders' championship. So it's just down to the rider because you're all on the same motorbike. It's the rider, crew chief. You get the ribette set up. You prepare everything right. You understand a new race, and if you're good, you win. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. This is fantastic, and for me this season is excellent, and I hope to finish very well.
You raced last year, so you came off the Energica and you're now on the Ducati. Are they two different bikes?
It's a completely different motorbike, but for me it's a fantastic Energica, it's a fantastic Ducati because the bike is the same. And the last year I was do the wheel card in Mugello. No, the first in Le Mans I was do the best time of the weekend.
Yeah.
And I go to Mugello and immediately the podium is it's incredible, okay, because the bike is the same, okay.
Yeah.
And this is for me very, very important because I arrive for many years where the bike in the normal championship, in the Italian championship, is completely different.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a Ducati, it's not possible to stay in the top.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult, okay.
Yeah.
But now is a fantastic possibility for me, and I hope to do another year.
Yeah. And another step.
In this category.
Absolutely. Guys, I would like to talk maybe just about your careers, your lives before you came into the Crypto Data RNF team for the MotoE World Championship this year. And Mika, you talked a little about your extensive experience in the Supersport 300 class. You had a lot of success in that category. And then you weren't racing basically for a year and a half, but you've been able to do some extracurricular activities in that time. You've been studying and doing some work as well. Can you tell us a little bit about
I can start from the beginning if you want. So I started with 5 years old. No, okay. But basically from maybe 2013, I was riding on the 250. That is quite similar from the Honda 500 that I was riding in Junior Cup from 2014. Then we made a step with the bikes in the Junior Cup. It was 650, that it was more powerful. So I won the European Championship in 2016. So I think I was prepared to go to the World Supersport directly because it was more close with the power and everything than 300. But when you won the championship and you need to bring some money to go to World Supersport, so it was not possible for the team. So we made Supersport 300, and I have been doing that category during 4 years, from 2017 to 2020. That it was good for my racing career because I've been able to be World Championship runner-up and won 3 races, do more than 10 podiums, 5 pole positions. But the problem was later that if you try to go to the 600, I was riding some races in the FIM in the Moto2 category, but in stock, I was able to do some podiums, but after an injury that I had in Barcelona, I had an injury here on my finger, so I was like 3 months out. After that, we talked with the team, and it was better to just because it was just one race left, so we just separate. And then in 2022, I didn't have. I get some offers from 600, also from 300, but here the economical situation in the motorcycle racing is the key. So I was not able to pay that amount of money. So I decided just to be training, focus, also doing studying. And I was just waiting from someone to call. And at the end of 2022, I decided to stop. I decided, okay, that's I'm just tired of waiting and an opportunity. Of course, I was training and riding, but it's not the same. If you come here, there are 20 guys that are really fast, so you just go fast also. But if you train yourself, it's different. So I had that opportunity. After I put the message that I was going to stop, I had the opportunity of being here at MotoE, that I'm so proud to be here. And that's a little bit my racing career so far. And I think too many races and years in 300, because now if you try to go in a powerful bike, you are just used to another thing. So it's just you have to change your mind, and sometimes with less than 45 minutes on Friday and then races, sometimes it's not enough to do it.
So it's really difficult to adapt, because first of all you're coming from a bike which is much smaller, much lighter, much less power, very, very different riding style, and then you're on a bike which is maybe 100 kilos heavier and a lot more powerful, a lot more torque.
Especially the power and the weight. 300 you arrive, you just close the throttle, touch a little bit, in.
Yeah.
Here you have to brake just inside of the corner, and then pick up the bike, full gas. It's easy to tell,
I can do it now. That's fine. You've explained it to me.
I in my head I'm doing it, but the other guys, they do like better, and they are faster at the moment, and it's difficult to change, because all the things you have in your head is just the other way. So to change that you need a little bit more time, but we are making steps every time, but for me it's not enough, because I feel I can go up faster, but sometimes you have to change a lot of things. Also new tracks for me. I have never been in the MotoGP paddock. I was in Superbike, just a few circuits, and also 300 you arrive, some corners is full. Here not possible to do full, so you have one corner more. So that's the problem that I'm having this year.
Okay, Andrea, a little bit about your career. You obviously had some great success in the Italian CIV Championship before, and before you came to MotoE, and you did those rides last year where you caught our attention with the podium in Mugello. But can you tell us a little bit about before MotoE?
Before MotoE or my career? No, before MotoE.
Just two.
Okay.
Because I was looking at your history.
I start my career at 11 years old with a little bike in Italian speak mini moto, in the Italian Championship. But the problem is I am very
too tall.
Too tall. In this moment, the Aprilia do a Junior GP. It's a championship. When the rider have a possibility to go with the grandi, come si dice? Grandi ruote.
Big wheels.
Big wheels.
Yeah.
With the big wheels. And okay, I do the selection.
Yeah.
And and it's good. Come in and do the champion. I start very well, and improve race and the Aprilia look me and do me the possibility
if you know
to
the possibility.
if you know the possibility to go in 125 GP, and I do the Italian GP. I arrive free in the championship, but I don't have money to go in the world championship. I change the category, and I do 3 years of 600 super sport. And the last year I arrived 4 in the championship, and the first under 21. Quindi a young promise, okay.
Yeah.
But all door is closed because if you don't have money, there isn't a possibility, okay. If you be a talent, not important. It's important your money.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But okay, I go in a superbike. I do many years in superbike with BMW. But with BMW it's not possible to be competitive, and I decided to at the finish of the season, finish the championship, okay, and go to work.
Yeah.
But in the free practice, I know Vincenzo 64, 64, and he's a fantastic person that for I don't know for simpatia.
Sympathia. Yeah, that he let you ride for his team, no?
For his team. Okay, come in with me. It's possible to do the race with Ducati. And when I change the motorbike, okay, arrived many results.
Yeah.
Okay, arrive this opportunity of whale card, and the door open. Okay, yes. And okay, this year I do the MotoE and the 600 Super Sport, but now I finish because with the team the results is not very well, and I decided to continue it in MotoE and stop.
I guess some of our listeners would be interested to know what a MotoE bike is like to ride. I mean, when you are riding in the practice sessions, can you make big changes to the bike setup, or you have a small window to make changes to feel more comfortable? I mean, Mika, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have some electronic changes that we can do. We have 3 maps of traction control. We have 3 maps of ride-by-wire, that is the demand of the throttle. And we have 3 maps of engine brake. But normally, on the first test, we were trying every time we go on the track, one different, okay, this, that. But now I think everyone drives with the same. Mm-hmm. And with the setting, yeah, you can change a little bit, but there's nothing like really big or huge that you can do. It's just the fork, the springs, the balance. There's nothing like I said.
So
like,
you're only doing small changes with the weight, with the forks, with the shock, and then just so it works at a particular circuit.
But we don't change like the bike too much because there's nothing that you cannot have room to change a lot of things. And I mean, with just a few minutes, it's more like the rider that goes faster. It's a compromise, you know. But no, you cannot make big changes on the weekend.
A question for both of you, because the one thing for a lot of people is for the race, you have the sighting lap, and then you go straight for the start. There's no warm-up lap. That's such a big, intense change because you're sitting there and then it's just... How is that?
No. It's for me it's normal. No, there isn't a problem because I think okay, is this for me? This is for me, and this is for you, and or rider, okay?
Yeah.
And go. It's important to do the confidence at the bike, at the tire, the first lap. But it's not easy because many times close the front and it's not easy. But it's important to adapt, okay?
Yeah.
It's and for this bike, it's not important to change. You in the test you prove a good setup, and you change a little thing, but the electronic there isn't many possibility, but free possibility of traction control, free possibility of power, of anti-wheel, and okay, you prove the best. Okay, stay in this position. Perfect. You change a click, click, but okay, go.
Yeah.
I guess one thing is you have a guy like Ramon Forcada working with you in the RNF team this year, a guy who has so much experience. Can you tell us a little bit what it's like to work with Ramon?
Yeah, I think he can tell me better than me because he is his crew chief. He works with him, just with him, and I have another crew chief, so he can explain better.
No, the Ramon is a fantastic person. Ramon have win many championship and arrive with Andrea Mantovani. Okay, but Ramon is very humble, and there isn't a problem. And okay, look the data, but it's a person very easy, okay? It's a very easy. You look, the Ramon changed the tire, okay? It's fantastic, okay? And it's an incredible opportunity to work with you because he's a very good person.
Can you tell us a little bit about the style of racing in MotoE? We watch it on television and it's always very short but very intense. Is it more aggressive, the same level of aggression as kind of other categories that you've raced in?
Yeah, I mean, what you talk about the start and the warm-up lap, for me has been difficult because you go outside with the eco lap, so you cannot go faster than 120, then you stop. Okay, mechanics, umbrella, my father, okay, they go, and the first lap you do in all the day like full is the first lap. And also you stay in like 1 minute without the tire warmers, and so the first lap is a bit tricky. So yeah, in 7 laps, people go crazy on the first. Me too. I mean, you don't have time to lose, you know. if you can recover 3, 4, 5 positions later, it's difficult because of this bike, of the weight. It's difficult later to overcome or to come back. So I think it's important to do a great start and the first lap. Because for me it has been difficult to overtake because if you miss just a little bit, it's difficult to stop the bike with that weight. So I think the people is aggressive every time. If it's lap 1, 2, 3, doesn't matter. They will try to overtake. So it's really similar from the 300. That is also racing really close and they are overtaking every time. I was used to that. So for me to go the first lap to try to recover is no problem. Especially me that I am on the back, so I have to recover.
So you have to recover more, yeah.
Him, I don't know.
Yes, for me it's okay. It's difficult to overtake. But it's important to prove a just compromise, okay?
Yeah.
To break later and have a little space for this overtake is good because it's possible to
yes
to crash.
It's really easy just to miss a little bit and you cannot stop. It's just boom.
Because the bikes are so heavy, if you miss a bit, it goes.
It goes. You have a lot of more weight to brake, you know.
But Energica is more heavy. And this is okay. It's a little Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Okay. And I look the AMA in America with Harley Davidson. It's good. It's good drive. It's similar to MotoE. Perfect. And there isn't a problem.
Yeah.
Very nice. Guys, can we expect to see you both in MotoE next year? Have you any plans for 2024 yet? Will you still be in the championship?
I hope to stay in MotoE for this moment. And there is if there is a possibility of do other championship, okay, but 2 World Championship, no, because right now I'm very tired. It's not possible. And many race and no.
For me it would be a dream to do another year because I think I did a good progression during the year, and especially on the second year my progression can be even better, but I don't have nothing signed, and we'll have to wait from some proposals. So I hope to stay. And I don't have the same mentality from Andrea because I have been without riding a lot of times. So I would like also to do another championship because this year just 8 weekends with maximum 30 laps per weekend is not enough to get the speed.
You've got some catching up to do.
Yeah,
you've got a lot of races. You've got a year extra you've got to fit in somewhere.
To ride big bikes, 1,000. I think it would be good for me. Not this year. You go to Jerez, it's wet. You go to Barcelona, first test, okay. Then Le Mans. It's really difficult. New track every time. And you have pressure, so it makes everything more difficult.
Just one final question, guys. We come to Misano, the final round of this year's World Championship. I think 3 riders have a realistic chance to win the World Championship. Mattia Casadei, Jody Torres, Matteo Ferrari. Andrea, who's going to win the World Championship, do you think?
The best. The best. The fastest. But...
Who is the best?
I don't know. But one thing, if Andrea have a possibility to stay in the podium or to win, Andrea fight a lot, and not have a. There isn't a problem. Okay. Torres is Spanish, good. Matteo is Italian, good. Mattia Italian, good. But there isn't a difference. I want to.
It's who finishes second behind Andrea and Mantovani.
Yes. This is a good idea.
Just like we saw in Barcelona. Yeah. Mika, do you think any rider in particular? I mean, Mattia Casadei has a good advantage, but
Yeah, I think Jordi at the beginning of the season, especially the first races, was the fastest and the most regular. Then Ferrari, like mid-season, like he's always on the practice too. He's always first, and I think he was the fastest. But he had some crashes that compromised a little bit the championship. And Casadei, he was at the beginning a bit more like in 4th, 5th, 6th, but he get the speed now and he's in good shape. So I think on the last races he has won, I think 3 or like that. So I think with this shape he's going to win. Yeah, Mattia is going to win.
Okay, right. Well, it should be a really interesting final round of the season. Guys, it was a pleasure to speak to both you, Andrea, and to you, Mika, and to have you with us on the show today. Thanks very much for joining us. We wish you all the best for these final 2 races of the year and hope for maybe another podium this weekend. Until then, join us in the next episode of RNF Unlocked, as we'll be heading to India for the first MotoGP race there this season. And don't forget to comment for more interesting topics that you would like to hear in the comment section below.